Well, you know, we cannot leave the show without talking a little bit about Lansing, and that long-awaited road funding deal is gone, but Republicans, Democrats still have, they've turned to fighting each other. Among them, whether to get rid of the checkbox on straight ticket voting on election ballots. I thought this was very interesting that came up this week, and we'll talk about a couple of other things that is percolating in Lansing. But Nolan, I'm going to start with you. Why would Republicans go after this now? People say, is this retaliation for not getting any Democratic support on road funding? Because it would impact Democratic voters, because they're the ones that usually do a check-the-box straight party ticket.
They didn't care. They didn't want any Democratic support on the roads. This has been percolating for a long time. Michigan is one of only 6 states that allows straight ticket voting. The Republicans feel it gives, since there's far more Democratic straight ticket voters, it gives Democrats down the ticket particularly an advantage in those statewide ed board races, etc. You know, I think it's more trouble than it's worth in terms of the races it's going to affect, but it was a priority of theirs, and it has been for a long time.
Well, and they also changed when the Oakland County executive position would be filled from a general election year to a governor's election year. I mean, it smacks a little bit of politics.
It's self-interest, but you know, I'm always skeptical of when lawmakers want to change the rules for how they get elected, right? I mean, that should be your first sign that something foul is afoot. Let the people decide how they want to vote. I'm not a fan of straight ticket voting. I think it's sort of lazy.
You pull that donkey's tail when you go in there. You know you do.
I never do that. But you should have the right to do it. I mean, why should, if people in the state want to have that as an option, who are the lawmakers to say that you don't?
I guess 40 other states have
but they've
rid
chosen
of it.
not to have it. I mean, we've chosen to have it here, and you know, we did eliminate it at some point. Voters said we want it back.
Which again is you got to look at this. They also put what do they put in there so that they could not vote on it?
Right.
Well, that was the sleazy part. They put that $1 million
right.
As if we had $1 million
appropriation
to spare here. You know, to train people not to straight ticket vote.
It's just silly. It's just silly. I mean, let people decide how they want to vote, how they want to choose their legislators. If they want to do it that way.
All right. Well, they are now taking a break, a much-deserved break, going into the Thanksgiving holiday, and they'll be back in December. They've got a couple of things to look at.
No, they're off for deer hunting, I think.
Are they off for deer hunting?
What is that? 2 weeks?
I got to get a job in the
I was just going to say, why don't I have this job?
They're way before Thanksgiving. They get the hell out.
Yeah.
Which is
no
the reality.
I want deer hunting off.
Which the reality is, they're a part-time legislature, and yet we treat them and pay them like full-time. I mean, we're still pushing that part-time, hope to get on the 2018 ballot with it, fix this thing.
All right, so a couple things we're going to have to take a look at would be Detroit schools. We're still waiting for that proposal to come forward. Are we going to see any major movement in December on that?
Well, Ingrid Jacques broke the story today that in a column in the Detroit News that they've pulled it. They hope to come back in December. I would doubt it comes back until after the first of the year. They've got so much pushback, so much opposition. The key part of this plan to raise, $715 million to erase Detroit's debt. There's absolutely no support for taking that money out of the school aid fund. So where do you get it?
Well,
all right, last word.
And again, this is the consequence of not having disciplined the troops for the road funding bill. If you had come out of that with a stronger solution that people were happier with, I think you would have some credibility and capital to spend on things like Detroit schools. The governor didn't get it done, so he may pay the price.
All right, we're going to watch what happens there. That's going to do it for my week, guys. Wasn't this fun hanging out
It
the
was
Book
a
Cadillac?
big time.
I have to get you out of the office more often. We're on Facebook and Twitter during the week, so make sure you connect with us there. I am Christy McDonald. For all of us at Detroit Public TV, we'll see you next week for My Week. Take care.